All right, so we are here at the US Open, and Cadillac has got this awesome booth here where they have both the Escalade IQ EV as well as the Optiq. So let's take a little look at both of them. Obviously, we can't drive them or anything, but and these the Escalade, at least here, is a pre-production model, but it said it's pretty close to production intent, and should be another like 4 to 6 months before this comes out. So let's start here. So unfortunately, this one is not finished for the trunk, so you can't see that, but he said it'll be a massive one, goes super deep. You can fit 2 golf bags side by side in this. This is built on GM's Ultium platform. This is a 24 module version. Well, all of the Escalades will be, which is the same as the GMC Sierra Denali, I believe the Chevy Silverado, and then the Hummer EV pickup is 24. I didn't realize before, they just told me the Hummer SUV is 20, so a little bit shorter wheelbase and less range and power with that. This will do, I think he said, somewhere in the like mid 400 miles of range, which is really impressive for something this big, but it's all thanks to the massive battery pack on here. And then, of course, you know, Escalade styling. We've got these crazy wheels. These are 24s. They look like spinners to me almost, but like these kind of turbine fin blade type of thing in here is awesome. And then, you know, little, very Escalade from the outside. And then the inside details are awesome also. So here in the front, you have this massive end-to-end screen that goes all the way from the driver's side there through the passenger. And I don't know exactly how they're doing this with like visibility, if the screen itself will shut off, or if they have like some sort of laminar coating on here that will make it so the driver can't see that and be distracted while driving, but you have that option. And then I just think it's funny, there's, you know, so much reuse now in this Ultium platform across GM vehicles, where even here the center screen is exactly the same as what we have in our Equinox EV. It's the same as the Optiq over there, and basically everything now in the GM lineup. You've got your seat controls over here, obviously like memory settings. It looks like heated, ventilated seats. There's 3 different ones there. Yeah, heated and ventilated, and then all of your controls there. Got these nice like red kind of ambient lights in here. A AKG sound system, so that this is like the executive luxury package in here. We got this screen in the middle there with like some driver controls, a big knob for controls there, cup holders. Under console storage in the middle there, like a lot of GM stuff. Oh no, sorry, actually that's not. It's like a speaker grill there. So a lot of the other GM Ultium stuff does have that storage there, but this one doesn't appear to. But huge console there, and then just massive seats and luxury here. Steering wheel looks awesome also. Got Super Cruise there, and looks like a bunch of controls for like OnStar and HomeLink and everything in there too. And then coming here in the back, this is the real awesome part. We've got these luxurious captain seats here for your executive meetings or whatever it is people do on these big screens. Another screen in the middle there, your own cup holders, and this just looks like an absolutely awesome place to be. Lots of leg room as well. And then you can see like too much into the third row, but it's like a decent amount of room back there also. And oh look, we have it's a digital rear view mirror in here. I'm sure you can also flip that down and have it normally, but looks like an option. And then just get a better idea of some of the styling on here. How cool does this look? I love the tail lights on here. Great signature. So this is the 1000 E4. Do not know what that denotes, but I'm guessing the 4 is for 4-wheel drive. Surgeon line. And then your nice Cadillac badge here, so everybody knows. And the taillight signature here will definitely let people know that this is the EV Escalade. This diffuser and everything, and what you see on the top. No glass roof in this one, but I don't know if that's going to be an option later on or not. And then charging port, so they don't have this open up, but I'm pretty sure this is, at least now, still CCS. But the GM will be moving to NACS eventually, but I think since this is shipping soon and they haven't converted over on Ultium yet, this will still be CCS. We don't know like full pricing details on this yet, but probably somewhere in the like 125 to 150s, maybe even going higher, depending on how much you spec up into like this executive package and stuff here. I'm sure this one is not going to be one of the more affordable ones, but that's pretty cool. You've got different like set of screens that I've seen in some of the other Ultium vehicles here. Looks like you have the ability to plug in not one but two HDMI input, as well as some streaming apps like Hulu and YouTube on here, which is cool. And you have YouTube Kids even, so definitely designed to be kid friendly and family friendly. And then all your controls and everything. Your steering wheel, tons of buttons and controls there. Big Cadillac knob there. And then switchgear and everything looks pretty common to most of GM's products. It looks like we actually have like a four-way powered steering wheel control there. Yeah, quite cool. I just think this looks absolutely incredible from the outside, especially here, and certainly on the inside. Very nice place to be. All right, and then over here is the Optiq, which is actually the essentially the same car underneath as our new Equinox EV. But a little bit nicer luxury touches here since it is a Cadillac, of course. This is a 450 E4, which I believe also means it's four-wheel drive. And you can see like the cameras here for backup. One of the things I really like about our Equinox is how many cameras it's got around it in like the 360 view, and just the quality of them is really good. And let's take a look around here. So they just announced pricing for these today. They're going to be starting at $44,995, something about there. 54,995, something like that. Right under 55,000, and then the range is not that big in the prices. The most expensive decked out one is like 57. So you're not going like too crazy on this. So it really doesn't butt up against the Lyriq, which is a bit bigger. That's built off of the same platform as the Blazer EV. So very similar to like what Chevy's got going on in terms of the options across the lineup here. But I think that's actually a really good price for a Cadillac, and this would be pretty compelling. Really nice wheels here too. So this is riding on, these are 21s, so it's the same as our RS trim Equinox. You have these door handles that looks like they don't necessarily pop out, but will open that way with electric latches. Take a look from the other side where it's not so glary. And here's the outside. I think it looks great. Huge Cadillac badge on here. And then on the inside, it's actually very similar to the Equinox. Here's our big charging port door. I think not powered, looks like here. So also same as Equinox versus Blazer. Blazer, it is powered. Lyriq, I believe it is powered as well. And here it looks like nope. And then we've got all of our seat controls here. So also looks like this one, yeah, same as the Escalade. So you have heated and ventilated seats here, at least fan seats. 4 window controls, which is weirdly becoming slightly more rare. And your steering wheel with all the controls on it. Lots of like physical buttons and stuff in here. And then you have your volume knob and other controls here, which you don't have in the Chevy. In the Chevy you have just the little volume knob that's on the screen, and you can see here we don't have it, which I think is pretty cool that they can reconfigure stuff that way. In the Chevy, it's actually like a Bluetooth low energy device that's just like glued onto the screen. And so part of the power of like this configurability with the Ultium platform is that they can customize stuff like this from vehicle to vehicle and across the different brands, even when they're otherwise very similar. And then different vent controls and stuff here as opposed to the Chevy, but a lot of the same like buttons and stuff. Pedals even look pretty similar. Seats are definitely quite similar to what we have in our RS trim. A little bit more like leathery in here. And then in the back, the exact same seats here with the center portion like this, and then your ISO fixed points on the bottom. One of the criticisms has been that these bottom parts are a little bit plasticky and a little uncomfortable, but looks like they're actually maybe a little more recessed in this one. And the rumor was that they were going to be addressing that in the 2025 versions of the Equinox and Blazer. And then our screen here has got like all of the same Android Auto stuff as Android Automotive, I should say, stuff as the Equinox, Blazer, etc. Even the same as what we saw there in the Escalade. And so you have built-in Google Maps, Assistant, you have Alexa, and then like all of the stuff with the Play Store that you can download, like Waze, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and Pocket Cast are like the ones that I use. And similar like driver information display here. Looks like a little bit more screen real estate here than in the Equinox, and like some controls over here with this energy map, assist, and clean options that we don't have there, but otherwise pretty much the same. And then you have physical controls for the climate as well. And looks like it's not on, but I think that there's a heads-up display there too. At least there's a cutout for it. So there we go. Really cool.
All right, so going back to the Optiq for a moment, we've got this beautiful radiant red top coat. It's the color that they call the exterior here, at least on the Lyriq, and it seems like it's going to carry over here to the Optiq. We, of course, also have Super Cruise in here for hands-free driver assistance, and this includes a 3-year OnStar Super Cruise plan, so you don't have to worry about like buying that separately, at least for the first 3 years. And then you also have a 19-speaker AKG studio audio system with Dolby Atmos, so it should sound absolutely incredible. We know that on the GM vehicles that have this system, they all sound awesome. And for Cadillac, especially with this AKG system, it is a really, really nice one with like super immersive sound. So I think this is going to be incredible. So the Luxury 1 trim is actually going to start at $52,895. So that'll be the most affordable one you can possibly get. It has a segment best 26 cubic feet of rear cargo volume. And the standard version here is going to be a dual motor, all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower motor. And this is also estimated currently by Cadillac to have around 300 miles of range, although that hasn't been EPA verified yet, so we'll have to wait to confirm the full things for that. There's a 33-inch diagonal advanced LED display here with 9K resolution, which just like top of the line kind of system here. Great software from GM across the board here, and no different in the Cadillac. And the trim levels that we know we're going to have, there's a Luxury 1, a Luxury 2, a Sport 1, and a Sport 2. They haven't given all of the information about those yet, but we can expect that they're probably going to have some differences in terms of some comfort and safety, convenience type options across the different trim levels. And then the luxury version will be a little bit more luxury focused. Sport, obviously, a bit more performance and sporty. And we don't know how much is just going to be sort of looks versus actual options in here. All right, and moving over to the Escalade IQ again. So a couple more stats that we have recently got for this. So this is expected to have 750 horsepower and 460 miles of range estimated by Cadillac so far. Again, not EPA certified yet, so we'll have to wait to see what the final numbers are, but 460 miles of range for something this size is incredibly impressive. The motor option for this is going to be a dual motor all-wheel drive, and you also have 4-wheel steer for making this feel a little bit smaller than the giant size here would otherwise feel. And so it should be a little bit easier to maneuver around both at low speed and even give you a little bit better high-speed stability. There's also a magnetic ride control and air ride adaptive suspension, so the ride should be super smooth, you know, like you would expect from a Cadillac, being quite luxurious and probably a little bit wafty and lofty. Now, this does not mean that this is going to be luxury focused only. There is some performance features here too. So because of the huge power from the Ultium platform here and that dual motor all-wheel drive setup, you're expected to get 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds, which again for something this size is just mind-blowing. And that is thanks to 785 pound-feet of torque with the Velocity Max option here. Now they're also saying that the aerodynamics have been all redesigned for this electric version to help make it more efficient, and even the wheels here have a wind tunnel optimized design to help with it. There are active shutters in the grille to help with airflow and improve efficiency, and the spoiler itself has been optimized to help with downforce and again make that efficiency even better. The front trunk itself is going to be 12.2 cubic feet.
All right, so that is Cadillac's upcoming EV lineup. So really cool to see the Optiq here. This is coming out very soon. You might actually start to see them getting delivered at dealers like now. I'm starting to see some in inventory around New Jersey. And with the pricing out, looks like we should be able to maybe check one out in person soon. And then we've got a little while to wait still for the Escalade IQ over there, but it is really awesome and I think a very appealing option for the folks that can afford it and want to have that level of luxury in their lives. So just nice that we're getting some really nice luxury and like up-brand options here that might convert some people that otherwise aren't thinking about electric to finally make the switch over. All right, well, this has been the eVenture family. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that button now and ring the bell. You don't want to miss any other EV drives, rides, and reviews, as well as news too. We've got tons of stuff coming up here. All right, with that, we'll see you out there for another electric adventure soon.